Hey guys, it's Lori from Deface Games. Every month, many new games release on Android, and every month we handpick the best ones for you. So, let's dive into the 10 best Android games of September 2019. You can grab them right away. Links are in the description below. Not in any particular order, let's start. Life After, Night Falls. A free, no-ads game set in a post-apocalyptic world after it's consumed by a zombie virus. When the night falls, the world becomes hell, swarming with zombies. Basically, you have to get to your home buildings, where you have access to weapons, armor, cooking, etc. The combat is smooth, the building is well created, and the animations are professional. This game is pretty addictive, has console-quality graphics, good story, and cool mechanics. It almost borders on a horror game, as you can always hear the zombies moaning nearby, giving it a creepy feeling. Only criticism is that sometimes server connections become difficult. Battle Chasers, NIGHTWAR. It's a wild adventure game featuring world exploration, intense JRPG turn-based combat, and a deep story. It's about helping young Goalie to find her lost father, who receives help from 5 other heroes, each with their own unique skills. The huge game world has randomly generated dungeons and arenas. All heroes can craft armor, weapons, and magical jewelry. It's packed with a number of enemies, like demons, machines, zombies, you name it. Also, the game has nice graphics, voice dialogue, and open cinematics. Only thing we found lacking is the music, and the tutorial maybe. HAMSTER-DAM. This is a very fun, award-winning action game where you play as a cute hamster with martial arts. The story is about a journey to take down the vermin gang, save Grandpa, and restore peace to HAMSTER-DAM. Most of the time, you swing and flick to complete several mini-games to progress. It's densely packed with action and smooth animations, holding your attention for hours. The combat has a wonderful rhythm to it, but also remains a challenge throughout. All characters, hamsters, enemies, even the evil boss, they're all very adorable. HAMSTER-DAM is a really enjoyable adventure game, and a game everyone should check out. Gears Pop, a long-awaited game where Gears of War and Funko Pop merge to deliver you real-time player-versus-player battles set in the Gears of War universe. If you have played any Gears of War game, you will find it very familiar. There are over 30 characters with ultimate abilities. You can form your squad, and there's these big leagues to challenge the top players. And in case you're wondering, the game also has AI opponents. The graphics are good, but could be better. The limiter of this game is the currency you get. It's severely limited. Loot boxes take a long time to open, and you also need money to level up. The game's true potential feels locked for people who will spend real money to upgrade. Trail Boss BMX. A new BMX bike riding game in which you go through increasingly tricky levels while pulling off daring stunts, huge combos, and you get to test your skills. It has 40 handcrafted levels ranging from trick challenges to score challenges. The riders look cool, and you can also customize your bike with custom paint jobs. The gameplay is super smooth and very realistic for the most part. Sometimes it gets frustrating as the courses get really tough, harder than you'd expect. The challenges also get very difficult to compete when you can't make each jump. But if you like challenging games, this one is gonna rock you hard. YOKAI Dungeon. A Bomberman-style arcade game in which yokai, or ghosts, have messed up the festival, and your job is to push blocks to crush yokai. It has randomly generated dungeons and tons of Japanese folklore. 20 heroes are playable, each with unique stats. You can also equip items with abilities and have access to multiple control types. It's a fun game with cool music, very fitting to the game world. It has some really interesting scenarios and pretty enjoyable boss fights. It has ads, but we've rarely seen any in our play so far. Sometimes the theme becomes repetitive, but not so much. It's simply one of the best arcade games we found this year. Beholder 2. This sequel of the breathtaking Beholder game brings you back to Helmer, where you will become a cog in a big totalitarian world once again. The word totalitarian means government system where you service only for state. You don't need to play the first Beholder game to understand the events of the sequel. This game is a one-of-a-kind, unique bureaucratic simulator, giving you difficult moral choices, and as your decisions affect the storyline, it has multiple endings. The game has dark but really eye-candy-like art style. It also features mini-games, processing of citizens' applications, and lots of dark humor. The only down we found is that controls can be a bit difficult in crowded scenarios. Gigantic X. It's a free, top-down sci-fi shooter with focus on action gameplay, where you are a mercenary clearing planets from alien parasites and hordes of monsters. You play as 3 characters with different weapons, armors, and abilities. You can also play in co-op with friends in real time. Graphics show great quality and gameplay is super simple, except some levels can be challenging. You won't feel that this is super repetitive because of the frontline missions. This game is underrated, but it's challenging and fun to play. It can be improved a lot if devs add more game modes and missions into it. There are some bugs, and rewards feel a bit weak, but hopefully they'll be fixed soon. WITCHEYE. It is a big, colorful, classic platform adventure. You play as a witch who transforms into a flying eyeball, chasing a knight who steals your ingredients. You bounce off of enemies and dodge hazards in 6 worlds to push through. This game combines crisp pixel art with a swipe to move and touch to stop control system. You'll face tricky enemies and tough ones like blue shieldmen, puzzles, and upbeat music holding you in-game. It has unlockable bonus modes, like one with fully remixed enemies, speedruns, including player ghosts to best yourself. WITCHEYE is an all-around great game that we would definitely recommend. Last game. FNAF 6, Pizzeria Simulator. From the developers of Five Nights at Freddy's, this new simulator is very different. It puts you in charge of developing your own restaurant, purchase your attractions, decor, and equipment, etc. After a busy day, you have to do the paperwork and plan to build your business further. You can take the revenue you earned and reinvest it back in your restaurant, slowly turning your pizza business into an empire. It's one of the best ports from PC to mobile games because it runs smoothly and has graphics and mechanics identical to the PC version. We think joystick and controls need to be larger and customizable. Other than that, it's an amazing simulator game.
You don't really know who your employer is, do you?
And that's it for this month, guys. Let us know if you found better games in the comments below. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to see more in the future. See you next time!